Welcome to Touchpoint. I'm Lark McCarthy. In the next few minutes, we'll travel to Latin America, Africa, and Southern Asia. We'll meet children who live on the streets, children who remind us that hunger is more than the aching need for food. We'll see how basic literacy and new skills open doors of opportunity for isolated villagers. We'll re-examine the importance of clean, safe water in all of our lives. And we'll touch, ever so briefly, those points at which people, compassion, and partnership come together and make a difference. We live in a disaster-prone world. Floods, earthquakes, and cyclones are living nightmares for those who endure them. Yet nothing mobilizes us more quickly to show that we care for one another. In the long months of recovery, nothing so clearly tests our commitment.
As soon as those kids came down and we closed on that door, the whole house came down. And it was awful. Even though I didn't have no house, I was volunteering, giving out food, giving out clothes, whatever they had to give out, I was there. And I saw the faces of a lot of people that was, wondering what's gonna happen next. And I wanna say thanks to everybody that sent stuff here from my family that is helping me. God bless them, because I don't even know where I would be today. Because they came when I needed somebody. I pray for them every day, and I thank God every day that, we got people like these in the world that can help us when there's time of need, And I say thank God for these people.
The church was standing on the corner long before the disaster happened. After the disaster occurred, the church will be there, far into the future, to help rebuild people's lives, physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
They live in the streets and garbage dumps of the world, 40 million in Latin America alone, children whose parents can no longer care for them because of poverty, children in crisis.
See, the thing is, when you have a handout, it hurts a little bit. It hurts the person that's receiving as well as the person that's given, because you don't have any commitment with that person anymore. Well, hope is that they just be treated like human beings. And they're just as hungry for friendship as they are for bread. This here is George. He came a year ago to the farm, and he's 5 years old. When he came to the farm, he only weighed 10 pounds. He only weighed 10 pounds.
Yes.
And his mental capacity is one about 2-year-old. And when he came to the farm, he couldn't walk. It was just skin and bones. And the doctor told us that it'd be very, very hard to recuperate his mental capacity. The best we could do is just help him physically. The children suffer a lot, malnutrition again, and the violence of the street. When they first came, they were very passive. And I think it was mainly because, again, the hunger and the lack of love and caress. As I always mention, they're just as hungry for love and caress as they are for food. And they're just coming out of this passivity. Hunger does that to you. First there's a revolt, and then all of a sudden nothing happens. I mean, the food doesn't come. We were thinking of that the other day, a hungry baby crying for milk, and milk doesn't come. The mother doesn't have it, and she can't buy it. And all of a sudden his cry just becomes he can't cry anymore, and becomes very passive. And that's, I think, the story of most of our children now.
Now it's time for the church to leave its doors, to get out in the street, to get its feet wet, to minister unto these children. And with the help of the Lord, we will succeed.
Education opens doors. That's what we tell our children. In a remote mountain village in the Dominican Republic, education is more than the 3 R's. For most of the world's people, agriculture is the basis for living. Being able to grow enough food to feed your family is basic education. Yet even in a small village, families cannot live by bread alone. Money is needed for tools, books, health care, and shelter. New skills are needed by women as well as men to provide those necessities that only money can buy. For most, this means one of two things: make or grow something you can sell, or get an extra job. Men in the Third World frequently work their own fields after working all day for a small wage in the fields of a rich landowner. Women usually choose something they can do at home, but without even the luxury of running water, women's work is truly never done. Sewing cooperatives often enable women to combine resources to earn extra income. As rural villages develop awareness, literacy also becomes essential. Adults in farmers' cooperatives attend classes taught by church-sponsored extension workers called promotores.
Muy bien.
The payoff is more than a diploma. When people can read, they can learn about the laws of their land, and they can begin to use their knowledge to seek justice.
¿Cómo dice ahí? Muy bien.
The amount of water on Earth never changes. The glass of water that you drink today may contain a water molecule that Julius Caesar drank some 2,000 years ago. Every day, each of us uses about 90 gallons of water. The largest amount, 32 gallons, is used for washing and cleaning ourselves, our clothes, our dishes, and our homes. 25 to 30 gallons are used for flushing the toilet. And about 2 gallons are used for drinking and cooking. If you multiply 90 gallons by the number of people in our country, the total is close to a staggering 23 billion gallons a day. Placed in gallon jugs, it would reach to the moon and back twice.
In many places of the world, contaminated water is public enemy number 1. It kills more children and adults than hunger and war. With the help of churches in water resource development, many rural families are making a life-saving change in their lives.
Many times with the rivers going dry, they have to walk up to 2 to 3 miles to get water. But the worst part of it is when they get that 3 miles, then the water is very dirty, because they'll find goats standing in the same pool that they get water out of. Or the goats drink, or the cows, and so on, so it's not good water once they get there. It's oftentimes stagnant water. There have been many wells in the north, or in Nigeria through the years, but the population is growing so fast that there's many villages still don't have access to well water, and the government is unable to keep up with the supplying of well water to the people. At one of the other villages, the government put a well in for the people, and they didn't take care of it. It filled up with dirt. And they kept saying their well, as though it was the government's well. It wasn't their responsibility. We helped them with another new well, and then it was their well because they had been involved. They have an idea where water is, some of the older men, as good as I do. And from the location, and then from the point of digging, they have to dig down the well themselves till they get to the water level before we become involved. And after that, then they help to build it. The women bring all the sand and the stone, and the men help mix the cement and help to pour it there. So they have that much involvement in it. We've just gotten the last casing in now, clearing the edge of the enough clearance so there's at least 4 inches of casing clear around the well. And we put the cement around with a 1 iron ring reinforcing rod around the inside as well. The technology in this country now at this point is so far behind. If something breaks, it's 3 to 9 months getting repaired oftentimes. So that therefore we feel the open well is by far the best method that we can be used for the villages at this time. Because if the string breaks on a woman's bucket, she can get another string from the market and gets water the next day.
Says the prophet Isaiah, sing a new hymn to God. Let the seas sing God's praises, the islands and those who live there. Let the deserts and its cities raise their voice. Let the people cry aloud and shout from the mountaintops. Let them give thanks to God, and let the people of the islands voice God's praise.
Together, we've taken a new look at some of the challenges we face as a human family. We've witnessed some of the ways people can make a difference working in partnership. There are many, many ways to keep in touch with one another, and that's our point. Thank you for being with us.
Fill the world with hope. Fill your life with neighbors. Build a world where peace can grow and share.